This is Change Your Mindset Podcast, the podcast that helps change your life by helping change the mindset of the 99% into the 1% mindset. Here's your host, Adrian Gomez.
Welcome to Change Your Mindset. I am your host, Adrian Gomez. It's 2024. This is the first year of a new podcast episode for 2024. Everyone's going to say, new year, new me. We all know that is BS. Why? People say this every single year. People do it for a couple weeks, a couple months, and that's it. They give up and they fall off. Every single year. New year, new me doesn't work. Clearly. Because everyone does it and everyone falls off. Nobody's consistent. Nobody is disciplined. And I always say, do the opposite of what everyone else is doing in order to succeed. I never say, new year, new me. Every year that starts, I improve from how I was the previous year. Every single year, I need to improve. I need to get better. It's not new year, new me. It's new year and improved me. Every single year. Some people that are starting this podcast are barely listening to it. Maybe it's a new year, and for you, it's a new mindset. Because that new mindset will change your life. The reason I figured why a majority of people cannot improve and be consistent and disciplined, it's not their fault. Reason is, most people say new year, new me and fall off within a couple weeks, a couple months of whatever their goals were or whatever they set out to do. Whether it's lose weight, read books, make more money, whatever it is. The reason why people fall off is because they cannot do it on their own. They cannot count on themselves. They are not disciplined. They cannot be consistent on their own. There's two types of people. There's people that will get things done on their own. They don't need anyone telling them what to do. They don't need anyone checking up on them. They get it done. They're self-motivated, self-driven. There are very few people like that in this world. Majority of people need to be accountable, need somebody to keep up with them to improve. Those are two different types of people. Like I said, we're created differently. Not everyone is the same. And I realize that. Very few people can do things on their own and are self-driven and motivated. The others need somebody to keep them accountable and keep them on track, which is fine. So like I said last year, I was going to incorporate something to change people that are actually interested and people that actually want to improve this year. It's not new year, new me. You're not going to fall off. You're not going to do this for a couple weeks. You're not going to do this for a couple months and give up. So what am I incorporating this year? For those of you people that are interested and actually serious about this, like I said before, this podcast is easy to listen to it, maybe get motivated, maybe encouraged to do something. You might do it for a couple days, a week, a couple months, and that's it. And you fall off. You want to improve, you want to get better, but you just fall off the wagon. And it's hard for you to be consistent and disciplined, which I understand. We're all created differently. It's a new year. It's 2024. Are you going to waste this year like you wasted last year, the previous year, and the one before that? Have you improved? Have you gotten better? Are you happier where you are in life? This year is brand new. We don't get a second chance at 2024. We don't get second chances at these days, at these weeks, at these months. You have to make every single week count. Otherwise, you're just going to waste it. And you're going to waste your life. I don't believe we were born and put on this planet to work a whole job, waste your life, retire, and die. I'm sorry, but if you believe that, that's one of the dumbest and stupidest things to believe. We get one chance with this life. You need to make the most of it, and you need to figure out why you were put on this planet. I know exactly why I was put on this planet. It took me years to figure it out, but eventually I figured it out. And now I'm executing on it. Whatever your plan is, whatever the reason why you were put on this planet, you need to put in the work every single day to achieve where you want to be in this life. There's no ifs, buts, and ends. If you're truly serious about this, and you're trying to make the most out of 2024, and you're serious about changing and improving every single week, let's go to work. So what am I incorporating? I talked about it a little bit last year. I'm talking about it a little bit right now. It's for you to improve. I'm adding to the Patreon program. So for 1 month, every month, it's going to be $34.99. For what exactly? Every single Friday, for each month, you will email me. You will email me, what is your goal for next week? And every Friday, you're going to email me, did you accomplish that goal for the week? And I don't want no excuses. I don't want no, oh, I almost did it, or I tried, or I didn't have enough time, or I just didn't want to do it. That's unacceptable. I will hold you accountable. I will respond to your emails, and I will not tolerate you not getting better. And I will tell you, this is unacceptable. You need to do better. You need to get better. You need to improve. I will hold you accountable. You can guarantee that. I'm not going to petty you. I'm not going to baby you. I'm not going to say, oh, there's always next week. Oh, maybe you can try again, or I understand. No, that's not acceptable. You need to improve. That's the whole reason for this. So new year, new me. People fall off, right? Within weeks or within months. Every week, every Friday, I'm going to hold you accountable for you to reach your goal. So you're not going to regress. You're not going to digress. You're going to keep improving every single week. And you're going to take baby steps every single week. But that's fine. Because all those steps every single week are improving. At the end of the year, imagine how much you improved from taking week after week. And at the end of the year, after 12 months, after 52 weeks of improving, you will improve and reach your goal. For example, I'm going to show you what baby steps take. It might not seem like a lot, but little by little, in the long run, it compounds. So for example, let's just say every Friday, you tell me, next week, I want to lose 1 pound. Okay. Next week, I want to lose another pound. All right, let's keep losing the weight. Another week, 1 more pound. Each week you lose a pound. 1 pound doesn't seem like a lot. But after 52 weeks, after 12 months, you lost 52 pounds. And that's a lot. And it shows you what compounding does. I'll give you another example. Let's just say if you want to read a book. So your user goal is to read 5 pages a day. For 1 week, that's 35 pages. After 52 weeks of being consistent and disciplined, and you emailing me every Friday that you did it, and me holding you accountable, after 52 weeks, you read 1,820 pages. Another example. Let's just say every Friday you want to save $20 or invest $20. So that's your goal. You report every Friday, and by after 52 weeks, you save or invested $1,040. These are just scenarios I'm telling you. Whatever your goal is, whatever you're trying to reach, it could be anything. But you need to improve, and you need to get better. And here's another example how you can improve every single week. Let's just say you walk 5 minutes a day, or you run 5 minutes a day. And 1 week, you do 5 minutes. So you hit your goal. You say Friday, your goal next week is do 6 minutes walking or running every single day. You hit that goal. You say Friday, I want to walk or run 7 minutes every single day. You hit that goal. And every single week, you add 1 minute. At the end of the year, after 52 weeks, you're walking or running 52 minutes. That's improving every single week. I'm just giving examples. But whatever your goal is, or maybe you just need somebody to keep you in track. Let's say you need to clean whatever it is, or you have to do this on this certain day. And you need someone to hold you accountable. Just say that's your goal for next week. Whatever it is, you choose it and you execute it. Don't want to hear excuses. We all have 24 hours in a day. You need to figure out what time you're going to do it at, and you need to execute. No more excuses. No more waiting around. No more saying, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it next week. I'll do it next month. I'll do it next year. That's unacceptable. You're going to do it every single week. This isn't a game for me. This is life. This is real life. You need to improve. It's New Year. You need to improve. You have to improve. Things will not get any easier. Life does not ever get any easier. You have to improve. Life gets harder every single year. And it's up to you whether you do something about it or you complain and whine and be the same as you were the previous year and be like everybody else and fall behind, or you step up and improve and get ahead. Because majority of people are not getting ahead. Majority of people will stay the same or regress. And that's on them. So if you're serious about this, let's get to work. And I know very few people will not take this seriously. Very few people will do this. Very few people will actually execute. But it's up to you. So some people might be wondering, why are you charging $34.99 a month? Why not make it free? That's simple. When you do things for free, you have nothing to lose. You don't have any skin in the game. So if you don't do it, nothing happens to you. So why do it if nothing's going to happen to you? But if you have skin in the game, if you have money in, now you have to do it. So it's easy. You can do this. Put in $34.99 a month, and you can either give away free money, or you can invest $34.99 into yourself, which is the best investment you can make. And for people saying $34.99 a month is a lot. For people that say that, that's $1 a day. If you can't spend $1 a day to improve your life, to get better, to reach your goals, to be held accountable, I don't know what to tell you. For $1 a day, if you can't do that, I don't know what to say. But some people can spend $5 a day at Starbucks. But some people can spend $10, $20 a day for McDonald's. But you can't spend $1 a day to improve yourself. To those people, I don't know what to tell you. If you're serious about this, if you're one of those few people, let's get to work. It's not a game. You will get better. I will push you. And I will hold you accountable. And for those people who actually take the step and actually serious about this, you give me 100%, I will give you 110%. And trust me, I'll be excited to work with you. Because there's very few people like you that actually want to improve, that actually want to get better, and that actually want a better life. Whatever your goal is every single week, you will execute it. And you will get better. I will make sure of it. I can say whatever I want in this podcast. It might help you out. You might listen. You might execute it. But it's easier to just listen to something and do nothing about it. It's harder to actually be held accountable and actually to do something about it. That's harder. And for those of you who are saying, you don't know who you are. Why am I going to give you this money and I have no idea who you are? You're just a voice. You're right. You don't know me, but I can show you that I'm serious about this. How? I always preach consistency and discipline. I had started this podcast 1.5 years ago. Since then, I have not missed 1 week of putting out a podcast episode. And if you don't believe me, you can look at all my podcast episodes. It will show you the date they were released. There is not 1 week that I missed releasing one podcast episode. You can check yourself and verify yourself. I'm not lying. And for this year, I've done 2 podcast episodes a week. And for those of you that keep track, every Monday and Thursday, I release an episode. And just to prove to you how serious I am about this, Thanksgiving fell on a Thursday. I release podcast episodes on Thursday. Did I release a podcast episode on Thanksgiving? I did. Christmas Day fell on a Monday. I released podcast episodes on Monday. Did I release a podcast episode on Christmas Day? I did. If you don't believe me, you can verify and check yourself. By all means. The proof is there. I'm telling you, this isn't a game. This is serious. This is life. If you're serious and committed to improving and getting better, then by all means, join. And if you have to think about it or say maybe later, this isn't for you. This is for people that actually see opportunity and take it. That actually see something to improve and are willing to do it. For those of you saying, I don't know, you're hesitating, I don't have the money, I don't have $1 a day to spend, I don't know, maybe, don't bother. Don't waste your time. People like that don't want to improve, don't want to get better. I've seen people like that. They will say maybe, next time, never going to happen. So if you're one of those, don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. Don't waste my time. Because I'm sure not going to waste your time if you take this serious. It's either do or do not. There is no try. So it's up to you. Your choice, your decision. If you're serious about something, you go out there and execute. And for those of you that don't need to be held accountable, more power to you. Because there's very few people that don't need to be held accountable, that can do it on their own, self-motivated, self-driven. But I know that is such a small majority of people. Very few people like that. And that's what I understand. There's more people that need to be held accountable, that need somebody to tell them to do it, to make sure they do it. That's why I'm doing this. Because there's more people like that, and I understand. So if you're serious about improving every single week, having goals, being better, making 2024 a better year for you, and improving, and not wasting this year like you did previously, the link for the Patreon is in the description below. Like I said, I know there's very few people that are going to do this because most people aren't doers. They're talkers. But the people that are actually serious and actually do sign up for this Patreon program and who will be held accountable every single Friday, I promise you, you will improve and you will get better. Because I will not tolerate failure. I will push you and I will make sure you reach your full potential. And I'll be excited to work with you. And for those of you that are not listening to this podcast, at the beginning of the year, maybe you're a couple weeks in, couple months in, you can still sign up. And don't make that an excuse. It's not the beginning of the year no more. Oh, a couple weeks already went by, it's too late. A couple months went by, it's too late. It's not too late to improve. Don't use that as an excuse. And don't use that as a way out. If you're really serious about this, at any time, sign up. That's going to be it for this podcast episode. Like I said, this year, for those of you that want to improve, I'm serious about this. And I hope you're serious too. Because this is another year that you cannot waste. You can't keep wasting your years. You can't keep wasting your time. And you can't keep wasting your life. So it's time to get to work. And it's time to execute. That's going to be it. As always, please subscribe. Share with other people that you think that want to improve and that need to be held accountable as well. Share this episode with them. And I promise you, they will be held accountable as well, just as you will be too. I appreciate everyone that listened to this podcast in 2023 and to the people that continue to listen to this podcast in 2024. It's New Year. Let's get after it. Let's make the best out of this year. Wish you the best. And as always, change your mindset to change your life. And as well, thank you Patron member Blade262 for supporting the podcast and being a Patron member since 2023. Truly appreciate you. Thank you guys again. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to Change Your Mindset podcast. Be sure to tune in every week for a new episode. As always, change your mindset to change your life.